Hello YouTube friends. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been on. I guess it's been about 3 months. I've been mighty busy. I thought I'd come back and give you an update. I've had several good messages and emails from viewers who were wondering about what I was up to. Everything's been fine. I've been working a lot, still working on my house. And this is Friday morning. I believe it's August 22nd, 2008, and I'm standing out in the backyard from my house and thought I'd just take a little time and give you a little update. One thing I've had happen is we've had an addition to the family. So I want to turn the camera around here and show you our latest addition. This is Coco, and instead of us adopting her, she has adopted us. Coco's a black or brown lab, and she came up about 7 or 8 weeks ago and decided she'd like to live with us. So that's where she's been ever since. And she's a sweet old dog. She's a mama dog, and she's just sweet as she can be. Causes us no trouble, doesn't even bark. And if you notice there when she was walking around, it's not going to be but a few days till Coco's going to present us with some new family members, it looks like. So that's Coco, and she's I think about a 2-year-old female brown Labrador retriever. You get a real good view of Coco's condition right there. I can keep up with her. She's going back in the house and lay down. She's not feeling too good the last few days, but she is a sweet puppy. Mine's real good. Doesn't even beg at the table, and she knows her commands. And we're looking forward to having some new puppies in a few days. Maybe I can get a video of those. So that's your new family member. That's Coco. She decided she'll lay down and rest today, and she deserves it. And as it usually goes, one thing leads to another, and our small town here has an animal leash law. So that meant we couldn't let the dog run loose. So I had to install a fence, a chain link fence in the backyard. So this is the start of that fence. In just a minute I'll show you the rest of it. And being a handyman, I thought, well, I'll go buy the fencing and install it myself. And to do that, you have to dig some holes with post hole diggers and put in some concrete and drive posts in the ground and stretch the fence. You're looking down one side of the backyard here that runs about 100 feet. So I put in about 150 feet of chain link fencing to fence in 2 sides of the yard. The other 2 sides were fenced in by neighbors fencing. And it took me, I guess, a weekend, a little longer than a weekend. But the bad thing about driving the post in the ground, in one place I drove post in the ground, I drove through and cut our underground telephone cable that came into the house. So I had to repair the telephone cable. But we got it in. Coco has a safe backyard to live in, and everybody is happy right now. Here's another new addition to our house. Up until just a few weeks ago, we had cable TV that came into the house, and it was provided by our local utility company. They only had just a very few high-definition channels. And my daughter-in-law works with a company that installs dish receiving antennas. This is a DirecTV, and for not too much more cost than the cost for being on cable, we now have satellite TV, and I think the count on the HD channels is up about 75 channels now. So really have a good choice of TV viewing through the satellite system. But an unusual thing, I just told you about putting in the fence and cutting through my phone cable. When the guys came in and put in the DirecTV satellite system, they had to dig a trench from here in my backyard to where it goes into the house, and they also cut my underground telephone service. So I had to patch the underground cable in 2 different locations. But it works great. They have a package on DirecTV that lets you watch NASCAR racing, and you can pick your favorite driver, and during the whole race the channel concentrates on that one driver, so you get a lot of good information about your favorite driver throughout the whole race. New thing they've come up with that's quite enjoyable for race fans. Those of you who have watched my videos in the past know I've been working on remodeling my house for about the past 2 years. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on that. One of my last remodel update videos, I showed you the front of the house and the new porch we're installing, and wanted to go back and show you that it is now finally completely finished. I'm done with the outside of the house, and all the work you see on the porch there, except the concrete and the rock work, I did myself. Made my own railings, made my own posts, built the framework, put on the siding, and finished the roofing. And I'll move up and give you a little closer detail on some of the things I've done there. One of the things I did is redo the sidewalk, the entrance sidewalk into the front of the house. I don't know how well you can see it on this video, but it's called textured concrete. It's a topping they put over bare concrete. They put some coloration in it, and they kind of snap a pattern in it. And it makes a very attractive finish. And I'll try to zoom in here and see if you can see the finish a little better. I think that shows it up a little bit better. It kind of looks like a rough stone, and the color there is kind of a dark light brown, darker color. And that's a retopping I did on the entrance walkway and also on the surface of the porch. This is a natural stone that I had put on the foundation of the porch. I didn't do the installation myself. Some rock bearers came in and laid the stone. I think they're attractive stone. I'll zoom in so you can get a little better view of the stonework. They're called stack stone. You don't see any mortar. There's mortar in behind it, but it looks like just stacked up stone. And this is a little better view that shows my railings and post on the front porch. You can see the entrance door there in the background. You may also hear an airplane flying overhead here. Got kind of a flying to it. We're not too far from the airport. Our little airport's maybe 4 or 5 miles, a little small strip here in a small town. But anyway, that's the front porch. I'll kind of turn around and show you the rest of it there, the steps and entrance. So I'm pretty well done with the outside of the house, and there's a view of the front of the house. Still a lot of trees in full leaf, so you can't see all of it, but that gives you an idea of what the front looks like. You might want to go back on some of my former videos and compare it to some of the other construction stages that I had done. But I'm real happy to have the outside complete. Of course, now I've got a lot of work left to do inside.